know that when you have a purpose and a calling on your life, there's nothing that nobody, and nothing can happen. I am Angela C. Wright.
Over the top, the gotcha.
He said your numbers has shrunk. He said, I don't know how, why.
You're not gonna get. Listen, you're gonna have mounds of security for me because you're not gonna get me.
If I wasn't depressed and going through what I was going through, I probably would have never started.
And this episode was brought to you by the Ayers Agency, a full-service marketing firm noted in entertainment and culture. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Break Phree Podcast. I am Free, and I'm happy to have y'all here today. I have something so special in store. Who likes to get fly? I know I love to stay fly. I have the owners of Luxe 901 Boutique. Hi guys.
Hey.
How are y'all today?
Good. How are you?
Doing great. Y'all look good.
Blessed. Thank you.
So this is Jamisha. And
Hi,
this
everybody.
is Dee, and they are the owners of Luxe 901. So I just want to get right into it. Okay. Both of you guys were in the medical field, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So you was a nurse and you did stuff like in the front office or whatever. Administrative.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so everyone know now the nursing, the medical field is a really lucrative field, and especially not to take anything away or not be sensitive to people's family and everything during COVID. But I remember traveling nurses getting paid so much during that time. Like, how did you guys have the nerve to walk away from something so secure to something kind of unsure, because starting a business is unsure. How did y'all get the nerve to start the business?
Well, for me, it was kind of a forced thing. I had a baby in 2019, so it was I was kind of exhausted from the medical field. I wanted something new, something fresh, so we just went for it, and it's been on ever since.
That's what's up. And then for you, how did it come for you, Dee?
So for me, actually, we were working on our boutique while we were both still working in the medical field. We were doing it like on the side. So I moved actually in 2018. I was living in Gwinnett and I moved to Smyrna in 2018. When I moved, the commute was just so long that it really just gave me the push to be like, you know what, I don't want to go back and forth to this place every day. I really just want to focus on the boutique stuff full time. COVID was just like hitting, and I was just like, I'm just going to step out on faith and just take the chance and quit.
But how hard was that? It's easy to say, like, I have an idea, I want to do the idea, but how hard was it to actually take that leap? Because, you could work on something, but still have your 9 to 5.
Right.
Like me, like, people really don't realize that I work a 9 to 5 every day.
Right.
And I do this and everything. No, people think of outside
Because
looking
you don't
in.
run your life like you work a 9 to 5.
Yeah, you don't show that.
You be
side
everywhere.
at all.
You be on vacation at a 9 to 5.
Right.
So it's like you're not at work.
Yeah, you definitely don't show that
But
at all. I would never.
Really, for me, honestly, I can't even say it was hard. Like, I don't even think I thought twice about it. Yeah. So that's how I knew it was this decision I needed to make. I didn't really contemplate on it. I didn't let it bother me. I didn't worry about it. I just did it. And then in the back of my head also, I was like, you know what? I work in the medical field. If this doesn't work out, I'm always needed. I can find a job anywhere. Like for instance, with COVID, agencies was calling me like crazy to come work. And I didn't. I was turning it down left and right. So I think in the back of my head, I knew I had a cushion, and I knew I could easily go back to this field if I want to. No big deal.
Did y'all pray about it before y'all decided to step out, or you just felt like, no, I'm just going to do it?
I did, but I stayed a little longer than she did, but I was actually just part-time. I was only 2 days a week. And then finally I was like, this is pointless. Like, why am I coming in here for 2 days a week?
I'm over it.
And I just put in my notice, and that was it.
And I applaud you guys because some people never actually take the actual leap.
Yeah.
They'll do what y'all said y'all were doing in the beginning, work and just be, treating it as a side hustle, but y'all definitely took the side hustle and turned it into full throttle, this what I'm just about to focus my attention on. And as much as I be telling myself okay, I want to leave, it's sometimes you still look at your bills.
Yeah,
you look at your bills and it's like, I can't leave yet, because of my bills. So to take that step, that's huge in itself. And y'all been friends for how long?
Ooh, so we met at work. We met
at work.
at the office that we were working at, but that was 2000.
8 maybe, or 2008.
It had to be probably
7
about
or 8,
2008, something
there.
where around that time. So yeah, around that time.
We was working at the same job, and we kind of started talking, knew some of the same
We
people.
knew a lot of the same people, like hung around a lot of the same
Yeah.
people, and
Yeah.
we just clicked, and it's just been us ever since.
Because they say we see it every day. Like, first of all, people feel like women cannot get along.
Right.
And that there's a lot of cattiness and everything. Or if you do get along, then it's like you start a business, or either, even when you think back when we was younger, you try to have an apartment together, something always goes wrong. So how do y'all make the glue work in the friendship as well as the business?
Well, for me, everybody who knows me knows I'm very laid back. I'm easy to get along with, and then she's complete opposite. Not that she's not easy to get along with, but we're literally completely opposite people. So I think it works. And I value my friendships. I don't have a whole lot of friends. So the ones that I do have, it's like, I really, really look at them like family. And, I just don't do some of the stuff that other women do and get into. I'm not a jealous person. I want everybody around me to be good and just like we're family.
Yeah. Yeah. And for you, D, what would you say?
I agree with most of what Jamisha said as well. We are definitely completely opposite, but I think that's what balances us out. I think that's what definitely helps with our friendship and in the business, because what I'm strong at, she might not be strong at. What she's strong at, I might not be strong at. Even with the business, like, I'm more of the one that'll like look for the new items and things like that, and she's more of the one that'll handle like the
logistics.
Paperwork, the logistics, make sure everything is running the way it's supposed to be, because that's her strong area. And my strong area is I don't mind being up all night, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, looking for what we're gonna get next, what we're gonna order next, what's this next collection, et cetera, et cetera. And like she said, as far as like the friends, I value my friends as well. Like, I know a lot of people, but I only have a few amount of friends, like real friends. Yeah. And we've never had no issues. Like, we've never had a fallout ever. Like, in all these years, never had a fallout.
Not even like so much as like a disagreement.
No.
Not really. Because I really I'm not the friend, like, if she vents to me about something, I'm not the friend that's going to be like, well, sometimes. It just depends. But
Because guess what? When me and her be about to go at it, I'd be like, I'm just going to ignore her.
Right, but I feel like your friend, you should have a friend for certain things. You're that friend, like, D, you going to get D together.
Yeah.
You're going to get her together. But, like, I'm not going to be in my friends' relationships. I don't even really ask my friends about, unless they come to me, I'm not like, well, what he doing, or what he, I just
go along with however support your friend where they are.
If she need me for something, and I know, like, she's not a person that really share, and neither am I, like, in our personal relationships with our boyfriends and stuff like that. So if it's something going on, she gonna share it. We gonna talk about it.
That's how you know it's serious.
Right, that's how you know it's serious.
When she starts talking about it.
Right, that's how you know it's serious.
Like, oh, Lord.
So basically, because me and D have been friends for
a long time.
Yeah, super long time. Way back, like, college days, I want to say.
Yeah.
So I just feel like, you know your friends. You know what your friends are capable of, and you know how they are. You get what I'm saying? So I think that plays like a huge role in it too, like understanding who my friend is and still being able to be like okay with it, but we've never got to the point either where we don't talk to each other or anything like that. I just feel like we never let things get so far-fetched. And D knows if you're wrong, I'm going to tell you you're wrong. You can be mad, you can say whatever, but I'm still going to say what I got to say. And I think that helps. I think a lot of women don't really understand, like, their friends.
Right.
And when you understand your friend, then you already know what to expect, what to look for.
Right.
And I don't feel like it would come and play like a bad part in a business, And it's just sad. Like, I look at B. Simone and them. Yeah. And I was in love with that podcast.
Right, girl. I loved it. I didn't
like,
see
what
that
happened?
Coming at all.
Like, where did this come from?
And for them to say they had been friends for 20 years, so I didn't understand, how could it go wrong? You guys were almost at the top. Y'all had the number 3 podcast in the world. Like,
very strong in faith, very God-fearing women. I really don't understand what happened.
Yeah, so that's why I say, how are y'all able to just make it still go? Because 2007, what's that, we in 23?
23, yeah.
Yeah, we're in 20, so that's 16 years. That's
Right.
going on 20 years, but you're still able to. So do y'all feel like there's a secret sauce that y'all could give other women to being able to be friends and do business?
I think it's important to allow people to be who they are. You know, don't try to change people. Don't try to, you know, in a lot of friendships, I feel like today, they're not really friends. It's a lot of envy. It's a lot of, you know, underhanded
Jealousy.
things that go on, in my opinion. And we just don't have that type of connection
I
at
feel
all.
like jealousy, y'all, is the number one
it's
killer.
very
Yeah,
real.
it's a lot of clicks, and that's the thing too. This generation now is so different. You know, like, so for instance, me and Jamisha, me and you, we've been friends for so many years. Back in our generation, when we became friends, it wasn't like how it is
No,
now.
not
You know,
at all.
we're real friends. This generation, they jump from click to click to click. Who popular? Who this? Who doing this at that time? And so that's why
Who
a lot
can
of
do what
people
for you?
can't even maintain their friendships because they so busy trying to be with the Instagram people, the this click, the that click, the who's doing this, that they're not real friends. They're just hanging around each other, going on trips, working together for the time being, and the next thing you know, they done fell out.
somebody else,
Like, we see it all the time, every day. And we even be saying to ourselves, like, dang, how did that happen? Or, like,
Right.
how is this person with that person now? Or, you know, you just kind of got to laugh about it because there's really genuinely, like, I can't even really say, like, I know at least 3 genuine group of girlfriends outside of
That's
my
a
friends.
real
You know what I'm saying? That's
group of
really
friends,
girlfriends.
yeah.
Exactly. Like, I know people that we associate with who they're not real friends, you know? So I don't put them in like like I have like maybe 5 real friends. I know a lot of people. I might talk to a lot of people. You might even see me at people's functions, partying, going to eat with them, whatever. But I have like literally 5 real friends.
Yeah,
5
yeah.
best
And that's
friends,
another
5
thing
sisters, 5
with-
people I consider my family.
Yeah.
And that's it. And I just, you know, like I focus on my friend group, you know, like I don't focus on what these other people are doing because I know how they are. I see how they are. So
It's
as long as
crazy.
it's not interfering
Yeah.
with my friend group, because can't nobody come and tell me nothing that Jamisha said about me. Can't nobody come and tell me nothing that you said about me. Can't nobody come and tell me nothing that any of my real friends ever said about me or did to where we would even have a reason to fall out.
Right,
We don't
like-
have nothing to fall out about.
You know, like I remember one time there was like try to get like something chaotic going between, you know, me, D, and Toya. You get what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I had to let them know nobody can tell me nothing about my friends.
I know that's
I know
right.
my friend D. I know her attitude. I know what when she get mad, I know what she gonna say. Toya, I know what she's capable
Yes.
of. I know what she gonna say. So you can't tell me nothing. And guess what? If they did say something, it wasn't nothing offensive to
Right,
me or
right.
harmful to me. It might have been like, oh, she get on my damn nerves. Or
Right,
she thinks she
right.
know everything.
Right.
That's something that they would say
Right.
because of me saying things to them. But can't nobody tell me like, oh, they mean harm for me or
Yeah.
they
Right.
don't mean good for me. And nobody can ever say like, we're the friends that you see us together, but we talk about each other behind our back.
Right,
You
exactly.
get what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And I think
Exactly.
too that like you said, it goes back to people not really having a foundation in their friendship.
And I've experienced her lose a few friends along the way, you know, in our journey. And I, you know, saw how that experience played out. And I was kind of shocked at how it played out, you know, for them to even do something like that and say they were friends. So, you know, that just brought us closer together, you know.
So maybe it's that people take the term friend so loosely.
I think
So
so.
loosely, yeah.
And
Or
I'm,
they don't
I'm a
think
little more
certain
stiff.
things.
I'm stiff. She's more, hey girl. I'm
Yeah.
more
More
like,
social.
I don't know about
Jamisha's
you.
the watcher.
Yeah.
I'm the more social
Yeah.
one. She gonna be sitting in the corner watching who
Right.
I'm talking to or who's talking to us or who's doing
And she
what.
be like this girl.
And people always be like, she don't say anything or she's quiet. And I'm like, no, she just watching your ass. She just watching your ass. That's all it is. She ain't quiet. She watching your ass.
Like I don't have a problem with making new friends, but I'm leery about people, especially in today's time, because people don't have good intentions.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
just don't.
Yeah, people don't have good intentions, but you know, it's just good that y'all know each other weaknesses, strong points, and
Yeah.
able to play off the two because D does most of the content. You know what I mean? So people on the outside looking in will be like, her business partner don't never do,
Right.
never
Right.
do the content, but
Right.
y'all already have that worked
Yeah.
out. Like they don't know. Okay, Jamisha is handling the website, the logistics behind it because
Right.
that's what you like. You know, that's what you like to be in your space with
Right.
a
Yeah.
computer. That's what you
Yeah.
you good at. So I think it too that plays, you know, another part into.
And I'm a real private person too, so you know, it's like I feel like people try to figure out your life, you know, through social media, who she with, who where, you know, just all of the. I just don't be with all that at all. Like,
so do y'all think
they really don't see Jamisha until I post her
right,
or something?
Exactly.
Or until we out somewhere,
out the
be like,
blue,
oh, she's still there?
Yeah.
Like she's not posted on her page. You could go to her Instagram.
Yeah.
You're not gonna see nothing.
No,
you're not gonna even see the boutique barely on her page. Like that's just Instagram and social media is just not her thing.
So you don't ever feel like you get tired that you have to do all the like the reels, the
I don't get tired in the sense of, oh my gosh, I'm tired, I need her to do it. I get tired just because I get tired. You know, you get burnt out with social media, content, especially in the industry that we're in. You constantly have to post. You constantly have to be showing your pieces, your new pieces. You constantly have to be showing what the business is doing. So I get tired in that sense. Yes, I think a lot of people can say that just in general. You know, you just get burned out. Not even just with our industry, with anybody with a job or in any industry, you get burned out. Even when I was in the medical field, I was burned out. You know, like when I left, I didn't plan to leave. I woke up and said, I'm not going back. And I called him and was like, I'm not coming back. So I didn't plan or pray to leave. I just woke up and was like, I'm not driving to that hour and a half job today. And I just didn't go back.
Yeah.
And that was that. But, you know, you get burned out at anything. And I think, like, recently, we was burned out. Like, I was so burned out. And I was like, I didn't post probably, I was posting. I was posting, but I wasn't posting us. I was posting, you know, our models in our items. I wasn't, like, we wasn't taking pictures or anything because I was mentally just drained. Like,
I remember.
We
and
was
you know,
exhausted.
We have to say this. We have to say this, everybody. She's the drama queen. She is the drama queen.
Hey.
She's the drama queen.
That's
So I remember her being on the phone like, oh, I'm just so exhausted.
I just want to
don't
drive and
know.
go somewhere.
Yes, I kept saying I
away.
need to get away. I need a mental break. I kept telling my boyfriend, like, I'm going away alone. Like, I don't want to be with anybody. And he would be looking at me like, sounds fishy. Like, I'm like, no, for real. Like, I really need to get away and just be alone. And that people don't understand that either. Like, I like my alone time. I could go to a hotel for a staycation on the weekend by myself. And nothing necessarily got to be wrong. I just like being alone. I can go on a trip, not far away because I'm scared, but I can go on a trip by myself just to get away because I love my alone space. Like I'm just, that's just me. That's like just a part of my character. So
do you feel like that's where you get re-energized when you're able to get in that alone space, like to get the neck to go?
It's very important for me.
Kind of clear my head, you know, reevaluate some things, whether it's business, personal life, you know, with my kids, anything, whatever. It just gives you like a fresh start. And then sometimes I feel like I want to get away, not even to get a fresh start, just to relax. Like even though in my household it's quiet and I can relax, it's nothing like relaxing somewhere separate from your household. And people don't understand that sometimes, especially my boyfriend. He thinks like, is nobody here? I'm gone, I'm out of town. Nobody's here. Like, you can relax and it's quiet.
This huge house to
right.
yourself.
And I got this big house to just relax in. But I'm like, no, I just want to be in a hotel room or I want to be at a cabin or something. Like, that's just a different.
Away from home.
Yeah, it's a different type of relaxation. Definitely. So.
Yeah, that's what's up. I feel like everybody has to find, for me, it's music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For me, it's music.
Too.
I love to put music on, whether it's my gospel music, whether it's R&B.
Yes.
If I'm in a hype mode or sometime I'm pumping myself up, then I might put on something fast temp or, you know, like listen to a rap song or whatever. But I can really say music is what keep me going. So tell me about fashion. Who loves fashion? How does it?
I think we all love fashion.
Yeah.
Everybody does. But
yes.
It's always been a part of me, you know, even back as a kid. I always had, you know, all of the latest, whatever was, you know, out, Jordans, whatever was in at that time. I was always in tune with whatever was
I'm choking.
going on.
Yeah.
And for you, D, like fashion was what?
It was back to my childhood too. Like my mom was a real fashion girl. Like my mom was, I remember like me being little and my mom being in like, you know, Gucci and DKNY and stuff back then when this is when I was like a little girl.
Because
like
your mom is from?
We're from New York, Brooklyn, New York.
Okay.
Yes. So my mom always had like the latest or whatever. And growing up in New York, you know, we grew up around nothing but like boosters. So they came to the projects every day.
Right.
Yes, they came to the projects every day. We had the fur coats, everything. Like we've always lived a lavish life, literally, honestly. I mean, that's all I knew. Like we always drove like nice cars. Like we was brought up good. So I guess I picked that up from there. And even in my childhood years. Yeah. Oh, my dad. Yes, my dad. Super swaggy. Super swaggy.
He's gonna love that.
He's swaggy at 60 now. He's still swaggy. You can't tell him nothing.
Did you see that post he put up the other day?
Which one?
Right. Which one?
The one
I seen that.
Yes. You can't tell him nothing. Right. But yes, and my dad as well. So, and I would always win, like, I don't know if they do that in schools now, but back in schools then, we had like different categories, like best dressed, prettiest girl, you know, things like that. Right, right, exactly, for each grade level and things like that. And I would always win like.
Did you get worse attitude?
Never.
Oh, okay.
Never. I was probably nice back then, but yeah, I would always win like the best dress, like, you know, title and trophy, whatever. And then even throughout my high school years, I always worked like in the mall, in the fashion stores, Wet Seal, Contempo. I know y'all remember that, R&B, BB. I always worked like in the fashion stores. And I actually went to fashion school first. When I graduated from high school, I went to fashion school. I went to a school called Barter College, which I went for fashion merchandising. And I went there for my 2-year fashion merchandising associate's degree. And when I graduated from there, I worked as an intern at a store called Tootsie's, which is here in Buckhead. And I was there for like a couple of months, and I was just like, I don't want to be like a sales associate anymore. But I love the fashion. In that store, we had everything. We had Poochie, we had everything. But I was just like, I didn't want to do that anymore. And so that's when I went back to school for nursing. But it's just always been a part of me. Like, I'm just like, it's addictive. It's like a drug. It's a drug. Yeah. It's a drug.
It really is.
So fashion, like, do y'all feel like girls, like, you know, sometimes girls feel like they could dress because do y'all feel like name brands are fashion, or do you feel like it's in you?
No,
never.
Definitely got to be in you.
I cannot stand when people think that they got on labels from head to toe, that they styling, or that they the fashion god, or that they just doing it. I can't stand it. So stop. Don't get me started. Don't get me started on these people. Don't get me started. No. I feel like fashion, if you got it, you got it. Style, if you got it, you got it. You could put on a $10 outfit. I could put on an outfit from Target. Anywhere. I could put on whatever and be fly to death. And I get that a lot. People would DM me and be like, what's that? You know, they would swear like it's some design or something. I'm like, no, girl, I got this from Zara. Yeah. Like, if it's in you, Zara, my favorite, Zara, boom. If it's in you, it's in you. You just got it. You don't have to wear labels from head to toe. That's not fashion to me. That's not even style to me. Like, and I hate to even see labels from head to toe. Like, that's just not, no.
Yeah. So, okay, so I remember starting out, the boutique was called I Heart Fashion Boutique. So how did that name come about?
Remember?
Wow. I think it was no particular thing. We were just thinking of names. We were playing with names. Jamisha actually came up with it. She came up with I Heart Fashion.
We were just writing names and just.
Yeah, I couldn't think of anything. She called one day and was like, what about I Heart Fashion? And I was like, okay, whatever. Because by that time, I was ready to just pick a name anyway.
Right.
Like, let's just pick something to get started. And yeah, that's basically how it came up.
I remember do you remember this? Us being on a video visit?
And talking about it?
No, you put the phone. We had the visit on the computer. You was on your computer doing a visit with me, but you had the phone and you were showing me like the first stages of the boutique and the first items that y'all had got. You were scrolling down.
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Yeah. Of course, I remember those moments and stuff like that because I was in such a confined space.
Right.
And it's like, wow, it's really happening. You happy for your friends, genuinely, you know, because I've always told D, she still hasn't done the one thing, but I've always told D that was her niche. Yeah. And see, back then, I used to try to get D to be a stylist before I went to prison. Right. You know, because D has always had that ability. I bet you'll remember this either. D had a purse one day. It was from...
I remember.
Not
It was
learners.
limited.
It was from the limited, but it was a white perforated leather bag, right? Satchel, but it looked like it
was
could have been,
expensive.
super
Yeah.
expensive.
She thought it
And
was Tides or something.
I thought it was, and I was like, sis,
remember
where you get that bag
clearly.
from? I was like, I want one. And she was like, girl, I got this from the limited. And she ended up getting me one or whatever. But I used to always try to tell her, like, D, you need to be a stylist, you know? And then so when this came about, you know, with the world, with e-commerce and everything, I was genuinely had like, okay, she following it, you know?
Yeah.
So going from iHeart and seeing it in the first stages here lately, maybe about, 2 months ago?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, there was a name change. Let's talk about
Rebrand.
that.
Yep.
I think we outgrew the name. I think when we first started, we didn't really know what to do. This has been a process, a real process. And I think we went in thinking like, oh, we could just, you know, order this, do this, put it on, and it was just going, you know, just pop. But it's been a process. So I think we outgrew the name. So now we are here, Luxe 901, and I feel so much better about this name and about just the rebrand. Period. Like it's just a whole different feeling.
It's a
compared to
different
the
us
first
for
time.
sure.
It's chic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The-
it's
the
chic,
Luxe
it's
901 is
luxe,
chic.
it's,
Yeah.
it's brandable more, it's grown, it's sexy, it's classy, it's
Yeah.
clean.
Yep.
I feel like iHeart, we were like sounding like we were 15 still.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like
Yeah.
iHeart
Yeah.
Fashion, and then our logo even had like a heart in it. It was just every time I
It
looked
was
at it
just-
now, I
yeah.
was just like, oh no, we got to get rid of this. Even like for our items, like on our brandable items and things, it just didn't even look right on like the clothes
Yeah,
tags,
it
hang
didn't.
tags, or anything no more. It was just time to give it a uplift, full uplift.
Yeah.
And we're at different places in our lives as well. So it was just like, okay, look, we need to rebrand. And that took us a long time
Yeah.
to even
Yes.
do, because we actually had the name Luxe 901. We had this name for about 2 years now. So, you know, we just been sitting on it because we just was taking our time. We were comfortable with iHeart. We were comfortable. We were making money. Business was running. It was like, okay, we're comfortable. Do we really want to make this change right now, being that people are
Used
so
to it.
familiar with iHeart Fashion and
Yeah.
the name is out there, and we had, you know, we have like so many people that just knew who we was as iHeart Fashion, and we was like, do we want to take the chance on changing it and possibly lose some people, or people not notice that we did a rebrand or whatever? But we knew we just had to like, we had to do it. We knew we
Yeah,
just had to
it
do
was
it. We
time.
finally did it. It was definitely time.
Okay.
And it went great, and it's going great. So
That's what's up. So it was time. That's
it
what
was
we're saying.
definitely
It
time.
was
Time. And this episode was brought to you by The Heirs Agency, a full-service marketing firm noted in entertainment and culture. So y'all would say that it just was time. That's what we're giving it to. It was
Yes,
just
it was
time.
Definitely time.
Well, what
Definitely.
does, we didn't talk about it. Like, what does Luxe 901, what does it mean?
It's a lifestyle. It's the 901 is both of our birthdays, September and January.
Our birthday month.
Yeah, our birthday month, and the Luxe just flowed with who we are. So I said, let's
And
do
Jamisha
Luxe
came
901.
up with
I
this
came
name
up
too.
with that name too.
Okay,
Well,
see everybody.
let's
y'all
go.
think
You
this
see,
is
that's
one
what
of
I'm
the-
saying.
this is the brains behind the operation.
You see what I'm saying? That's her thing,
Yeah.
right? She came up with this name as well, and this is our forever name. Like
Yeah,
we will
this is
never
it.
be
We're
changing
not
name. This
changing
is
it
it.
again.
To
And
the
it,
end.
you know, you see a lot of different ones with Luxe and everything, but you guys had it 2 years ago. So that just goes to show, like, you stay ahead of the curve.
Exactly
Yeah.
right. There's a lot of boutiques that have Luxe in the name. A lot of home stores that have Luxe in the name. A lot of just businesses with Luxe in the name. But like I said, we came up with this name 2 years ago. We just was sitting on it and just waiting until the right time to get everything changed and do the whole rebrand campaign
And, we
and
went
everything.
through COVID and all of that, so that put a
Yeah.
a stop to a lot of things. So
So what would y'all say? Give me two things. You give me one and you give me one. That's the most important to have a successful boutique.
patience.
Patience.
Gotta have patience. It's not going to be an overnight thing at all. Because I was convinced that this was going to just take off as soon as we did it. Because you look at social media and you see that it's easy to post something and people buy into it, but it's not that easy. So patience is very, very important.
I would say consistency. You got to be consistent
Consistent in what?
in your business and
Content.
in content. Yeah, because this generation is just everything is built off of content, like content and social media. That's where mostly all your revenue come from nowadays. So you have to be consistent with content. Like, you got to be consistent with the whole brand, like, every day. Like, you can't slack, because the minute that you don't do something for a day or two, you get behind, or you even notice a difference. Like, you notice it. Like, for instance, when I said that the 30 days, when I needed that mental break, I definitely noticed a difference in our sales. Sales always come in no matter what. It's like an autopilot for us now, because we've been doing this for a while. So we got that clientele. We got our customers that are going to shop. We don't have to post every day for someone to shop. People are going to shop. But I noticed a difference when we wasn't posting. They wasn't shopping.
Yeah.
Right. It wasn't maybe
Definitely.
people shopping as much. So, yeah, definitely.
And what about vendors? Do y'all feel like vendors play a part?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Quality, because you got to have that quality. Like I said, it's so many online boutiques, so many women's fashion online boutiques. It's a million of us that sell the same items or the same things that look alike. But your vendors are definitely going to play a part, because you want quality. Like, for instance, I don't know how to explain it, but I can sell one dress. This other boutique can sell another dress. It'll be the same exact dress, same design, same print, same everything, but the quality and the feel of it is different. They might be getting it from a vendor that's selling it for, who knows, $10. I'm getting it from a vendor that's selling it for $30. I'm paying more per item, but the quality is going to give that as well. So it's going to look the same, and it's going to look the same on their pictures, on their posts or whatever, because they're going to use filters or whatever. But when you actually get your items from us, the quality is totally different.
Yeah.
Like,
I've
totally
never
different.
I've never had a complaint with anything.
And with the vendors, it could be trial and error,
That's what I was going to ask
Trial
you,
and
because
error.
the vendors, if you ask me, if you was to parallel it to the dope game, it's like the vendors are the connect.
Yes.
No one wants to give the vendor list.
Yes,
Never.
nobody. They
Never.
want to sell it for $50.
I even had thought about recently, though, creating a vendor list and selling them, because, people do that. But I was like, dang, I don't know if I want that. I don't know. And people have even, like, asked me roundabout questions in roundabout way, like, trying to see if I'm stupid. They should know I'm the wrong person for you to be trying to see if you can get some information out about a vendor, baby.
Herself,
Baby,
not
I'm going to run
happening.
circles around you before you run them around me. You ain't about to get it. So, but they have tried, before. And I don't mind helping people. I don't mind helping people, but I'm not going to just really, I'll lead you in the right direction. Put it like that. I'll tell you where you can start. Things like that, because I don't mind helping. I don't mind sharing, because we needed that help when we started, and we didn't get that help. That was one of the things that made it so hard for us. We didn't get help from nobody. Like, besides, as far as just support from our family, our boyfriends, our kids, our friends, we didn't get help. We didn't have nobody tell us, go to this location, or go to this state, or go to this vendor, or go to this website. We didn't have none of that. Like, we started from the bottom.
Research.
We found everything ourselves. We took trips ourselves. We did everything ourselves. Nobody gave us no information.
But doesn't it make it that more rewarding now?
Yes.
Looking back, because you built it, you got it
You
out the
could really
mud.
say, I got it out the mud.
Yeah, and
like,
you really can look at
no
your sales and
handouts,
see.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, even though we had, like I said, support, we had our boyfriends, we have our boyfriends who invest in our business and things like that. Still, we really got it out the mud. We didn't take out any loans. Not to say anything is wrong with that or whatever, but, we got it out the mud. Like, we started from the bottom.
Our own pocket.
Yeah, everything.
Definitely.
With our office,
Out our own
with
pocket.
everything. Like, we just kept going.
Yeah, but it has paid off.
Yes.
Because the boutique
yes.
has now y'all been in business since
Since officially 2017-ish. Yeah,
yeah,
since 2017.
and we in 23, so 6
Right.
years later, and it's still going.
Yeah.
Up. It's still, and then y'all survived COVID. That's
Yes.
another
Yep,
thing.
survived
Even with
COVID.
people not going out, being on lockdown, your business was still able,
still
not to
going.
thrive as y'all wanted it to, but you didn't fold, you didn't lose the business. So now we're gonna play a little game. I'm gonna say a word, and then y'all give me the first word that comes to your mind. Okay? Whoever go first, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Fashion,
Style.
Grace.
grace, peace,
Solitude.
Happiness.
love,
Family.
Kids.
I was dying to see what you was
waiting
gonna say.
What you was waiting for?
I was waiting for you to say my brother.
He's in there too. But I just thought of my kids first. But he's definitely, of course, my boyfriend is definitely
Shout out to the boyfriend.
in there.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
the boyfriend.
Can I say their names?
I wish we had a bell.
Yes, they're super supportive, and I think too that makes life so much easier when you have someone that you're in a relationship with and they support you 100%.
Definitely.
Like they have your back. Like no matter if you don't see eye to eye, but just that support from a loved one, you know,
Yes.
that you share that you're intimate with,
Yeah.
like it makes a difference. So shout out to my brother.
Shout out to Kamish.
My brother's my brother.
work
Girl, she
but
gonna
I
my
love
brother
you.
you to death. Cut it out. Lord, she get on my nerves with that. Where's my brother? Where's my brother? Did my brother eat today? Girl, if you don't, I'm gonna send him to your damn house.
Right. So he can get on your nerves.
Right. And lastly, God.
Everything.
Blessed.
Yes.
Amazing. Like,
Yeah.
Faith.
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. Everything that like touched, you
Couldn't
know.
happen without, without it. Like,
Nope.
yeah.
And I think that's another thing that a lot of people like. I don't push religion on anybody.
Yeah.
I'm not a religious person, but I am a spiritual person.
Me too.
And I feel like people are missing that foundation.
Definitely.
Just don't even understand to have that relationship with a higher power. It just it transforms your whole entire
Listen,
life.
I've been through it. My pregnancy probably was rough for me. If I wouldn't have had the faith that I had, I don't know if I would have made it. I was sick as a dog the whole pregnancy.
I couldn't even believe she was
couldn't-
pregnant
I
doing
just
it.
couldn't even. I just couldn't even.
Because it's a
believe
big age gap
right,
between two.
23 and 4 now. So it was just,
Girl,
it was
y'all
just
be
a
talking
whole
about D
change
when you
to
gonna
my
have
life.
one. Girl, I thought about it and I'd be like, no.
Oh yeah, we know you don't have the patience anymore. It's over. That
Yeah,
time
she's
has
done.
passed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
over.
over.
I thought maybe we had a little chance, but no, I think
Yeah.
Some days though, I still be thinking I have a little chance.
still
I'd be
can.
like, okay, because my limit was, okay, if I didn't have another one by 40, I was like, I'm just not gonna have another one. Now
Right.
some days I find myself saying 45. Y'all don't know that, but I be saying that to
but
myself.
People are having kids at 50, so it's
They
still
are.
possible.
They
Then
are.
get your yelling under control first, baby. Get your yelling under control. When you get the yelling under control, then baby
Listen,
God
but
will
let
hear
me
you.
tell
Get the yelling under
having
control.
a baby at this age is completely different than having a baby at 17 when I had my daughter.
I definitely
It's-
wanted
it
another
is-
one. I
it's-
definitely wanted another. And I used to say when I was in prison, like, when I go home, I'm going to have a baby. I'm going to have a baby when I get out. But it's just like, you know, I
feel like
came home and just
I would
didn't
need
have
a
that
24-hour nanny. Like,
We know.
I would need a 24-hour
would need
nanny.
every
Like,
day.
seriously. I don't know that I would need a 24-hour
She would
nanny.
be so broke down and dramatic.
I would
Girl,
need a
'cause
24-hour.
these kids different now.
Yeah,
these
they
kids
are.
different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
super different. So, if you had to give advice to a younger girl or either someone that's maybe in their mid 40s right now and they want to take that leap of faith, they want to step out, they want to leave from the job, from the 9 to 5 or from corporate America or wherever they at, but they just feel stuck and don't know what to do, what advice would you give them?
You just got to get out there. You just got to go for it. But don't focus so much on what you see on Instagram or what everybody else is doing. Know that it's going to be trial and error. It's going to be days that are better than others. Just go for it.
Kind of like what she said, stick to it. I would say stick to, you have some people who, like you said, don't focus on Instagram because nowadays too, you have some people who look at Instagram and see like, oh, this person is doing this or this person is doing that, or you see all these orders that they piling up on the floor that they're about to ship out, or all these boxes of inventory that they got possibly staged just for the Instagram look. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of that be staged, a lot of it be capped. Like, but I would say don't look at that because that's what get people thinking like, oh, I'm going to hit it off like this, or, oh, we going to blow up like this, or if I start this business, I'm going to start making $1 million because you got these people showing a Shopify amount that they made, which, again, is staged. Right, it's capped. So don't follow that. Just go with what works for you. Stick to it. Stay consistent. Try to stick to one thing. If it's like you got 3 different, I want to start a hair company, I want to start a boutique, I want to do this, try to focus on one thing first. Not to say you can't do all 3, but try to focus on one thing first and then get that going and then work on your other ones. Don't keep jumping around because if you're not consistent, you're going to notice nothing is going to survive. Nothing is going to stay stable because you're jumping around so much. And put in the work. Like, you have to put in the work. Like, you have to. Like, I can't even express that enough. Like, you have to put in the work. It's not easy. You might be an overnight success. It might take you a couple of years, but you have to definitely put in that work. And that's the bottom line. Like, you got to put in the work. Even on the days you don't feel good, the days you lazy, the days you tired, the days you burnt out, take a little break, jump right back on it.
Yeah.
If
So,
that's what you truly, want to do.
Yeah. Okay, so before we leave, I have to ask you guys, this is Break Phree Podcast, so tell me one thing that you feel like you're in bondage to and you need to break free from, and be honest.
Okay, I need to break free from, I'm like the person that takes care of everybody, and sometimes I fall short with myself.
So you need to
So I
learn
need to
say
break-
no, to exercise
Definitely.
no. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to say I need to break free from
This girl.
my nonchalant, not giving a F attitude.
That's a good one.
Because I'm a very, once I cut you off type person. That's friends, family, mother, father, sister, brother, daughter. I don't care who you
And
are.
she's serious.
I don't
She's
re-speak to
serious,
people.
y'all.
Like,
She-
I don't re-speak to people. Like, there's not a friend that I fell out
And
with
she'll be
that.
saying, no, I don't care, Shay.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
care.
wanna
I
talk.
don't
Yeah,
care. I don't
I
want to. I
don't.
don't have to.
There's
Yeah.
not a friend that I ever fell out with that I refriended, like,
Nope.
or boyfriend, family member, nothing. Like, I have family members I don't even talk to. You know, like, that's just me. So maybe just, breaking free from things like that, being a little bit more compassionate, right?
Yeah.
Exactly,
Yeah.
yeah. But I'm very nonchalant, and once I have it in my head, like, I don't mess with you no more, I don't mess with you no more.
So going forward from this day, we know what we need to break free from. So we're going to take those steps and work on it to break free. Guys, you can shop at Shop Luxe 901. You can follow them. Give them your Instagram. Give them the website.
Our Instagram is shoplux901. Our website is lux901.com.
And your personal Instagrams. You want to give your personal?
I'm
Yes.
always Mish1 on Instagram.
And I'm D2Love, DEE, the number 2 LUV on Instagram.
And the shirt I have on today, if you want it, guys, make sure you go get it at
Yeah,
Shop
shop,
Luxe
shop, shop.
901. Make sure y'all go support your fellow sisters. I am free, and I thank you for breaking free with me today. And remember, it's delusion until they see it happen. See you guys next week. And this episode was brought to you by The Heirs Agency, a full-service marketing firm noted in entertainment and culture.